Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man 4 on the Nintendo Entertainment System. We got Dive Man, and we got Drill Man. Let's go ahead and take on Dive Man. Getting so close to the end of all this. Well, the Robot Master fighting anyway. We're still gonna have the castle stages, don't worry. But for now, let's just focus on these Robot Masters. Oh, the little saw blade enemies there. Finally figured out what kills those is Sparrow Shot. You don't even necessarily need to charge it. As long as you just shoot like a normal, uncharged shot at it, you should be good. Also, the fish are back. Excellent. At least I can walk on spikes while invincible. And you also got these little things. These jellyfish-looking things. Remember where they start diving down from when you get close. Because once they return to that point, they start diving down again. Also, it should be pretty obvious, aside from the instant death spikes, that if you hold A, the longer you hold it, the higher you're going to go in the air while you're in the water here. Also, the whale mini-boss is pretty easy. It shoots homing missiles that try to track you. It also shoots those little spike balls in the air and then tries to suck you towards it in an attempt to drag you towards the spikes. Ow, did not want to take that damage. And I will gladly take that. But other than that, the whale mini-bosses are pretty easy. And I'm charging up here because there's another Crusher robot. We're on dry land, but only for so long, because now we're getting back in the water. Also, this is a checkpoint, and the water starts rising and falling. We also have a new enemy here, the manta rays. Once they get close enough, they come up or down to your level, depending on whether you're above or below them. And I can't believe I somehow did that. Got another whale mini-boss to take care of. I can't believe I missed that completely. But the whale mini-boss is still kind of easy. And now we're going to drop down here. It may look like a pit of death. Want to make our way to the right a little bit on the third screen. Gotta tap that control pad left and right to make sure you don't hit the spikes on the way down. And when you make it all the way down, you get the wire power-up. Then we return back to the last checkpoint, which means we will have to do all this part prior to getting the wire all over again, but we have full health now. So I don't really have to worry about being in dire need of help, like I did before I dropped down there. Though it'll probably be that way again now. This time I remember to jump. And I took care of him like clockwork. Now, let's try not to fall in here again. And jump over the pit instead. I forgot to talk about all these platforms that have the spikes above and below them. They're pretty self-explanatory, even though you see them quite a bit. And apparently, these mines... Oh, nice. These mines, apparently you had to be near them long enough in order to get them to... Yeah, you had to be near them long enough in order to get them to flash and explode. Just be sure to get back a little bit when they start flashing, so that way you don't have to worry about the radius of that explosion. And I did not even mean to make the one above me explode. I've never really had those mines figured out. But we are now at Dive Man. And we have the Skullberry equipped. Let's go ahead and equip it. Dive Man will shoot the little homing missiles at you. He will also do this rushing attack at you. Try not to run into him, please. And in case one of his missiles hits your skull barrier, immediately deploy another one. That way you can run into Dive Man with it. It hurts if he runs into you, but if you know what you're doing, especially when you're low on health, you'll be able to beat him without using an energy can. Just like I did in my practice run, that was pretty nice. And we get the dive missile for beating Dive Man. It's a homing missile. And we're going to be using it against Drill Man, who is coming up next. He's our last Robot Master. And I'm going to show this password just a little bit more. Okay, so we've got everything so far. We've got the balloon, we've got the wire. I forgot to mention how the wire works. You equip it at the start when you press start to go to the weapon select menu. And once you have it equipped, you can hold up on the control pad to make Mega Man look up. From there, you press the B button, shoot it. You'll pretty much grapple the ceiling, assuming there is one. It does use weapon energy, so be careful. And now it is time for Drill Man stage. This one's gonna drive me nuts. How am I doing so far in terms of lives and energy cans? 2 lives, 3 energy cans. Gotta see what I can do here. Also, make sure you fully charge up the Mega Buster before you climb up this ladder. And keep it charged on once you make your way up, because it makes dealing with this Crusher enemy much more easier. And that would have been nice if I really needed the energy. And it's time to make our way back down. We got some energy there in the upper left-hand corner, as well as a bunch of bats. Just stay where you are once you drop down, and you should be able to take care of all the bats. And we have an extra life that I'm totally so gonna take. And believe it or not, you can use a balloon. Just thought you might like to know. You can make that with the balloon. And now it's time to be careful, because we have these spiked ceilings. Only ones you really need to shoot down are the 3rd and 5th ones. You can just have the other 3 follow you all the way to the ladder. And we have these little turrets that hide behind their shields every so often. Once you get the timing down on these things, killing them's pretty easy. Also, checkpoint. Time to use a balloon. And grab this energy can. Took me a little while, but I managed to do it. And I got an extra life. That's even better. Try to shoot all these things down, because these things have returned from a previous stage. I believe the 3rd one I ever did, which was... No, that was the 2nd one. That was Bright Man that they come from. And you see those little pipes there with the triangles pointing down? You want to slide past those. Also, these enemies, these spinning enemies, besides giving me an extra life just like that, they will stick to the floor if they touch it, and then they'll shoot at you. Pretty easy enemy to deal with. Kind of feeling I was going to take a hit there, but that's alright. And you definitely want to make your way down to the right. And I'm definitely going to have to use an energy can. Glad I used it. And you want to be careful on that switch. You want to jump to the right off the edge. So that way, when the platform shows up, after you touch it, like you do with all these switches, you'll be able to land on it and make your way to the end. Yeah, apparently Capcom wants to do the whole, let's make you die near the end thing again. And I was too smart this time. Oh yeah, the dive missile. I had that. That's what I got last time. Now, Drill Man is a pain in the butt. He'll jump around, try to shoot explosive drill bits at you, and he also does that. You're gonna have to slide around, to try not to get hit. And when he does the dive into the ground, he's invincible when he does it. And I hate the fact that when I shoot the dive missiles, it does this really funny circling around thing. But as long as you're always on the move, Drill Man isn't too terribly hard. Those drill bits he does shoot are kind of fast, by the way. Still want to watch out for that. And you want to make sure he also doesn't come out of the ground, like, right on you either. And for beating the Drill Man, we get Rust Jet, finally. And we get the Drill Bomb. Can't believe it took us until beating Drill Man to get Rust Jet. But guess what? It's actually weaker compared to Mega Man 3, unfortunately. When I show it in action, you'll definitely see how bad it is. Anyway, here is the password for beating all 8 Robot Masters, as well as getting the balloon and wire power-ups. And we're going to go to the stage select screen and end this video off. The screen flashes. We get Dr. Cossack's face on the center of the screen. And that is where I'm going to leave this for right now. Join me next time, where I take on the first 2 stages of Dr. Cossack's castle. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!